tremendous looking trophy.
Hello and welcome to the Platinum Association number one PlayStation podcast in the Oceanias. My name is Dylan Blight, and joining me, as always, Ashley Hopper.
Hey Dylan, excited to be here on this podcast, an excellent entertainment medium and a great medium to explain divisive business decisions.
I mean, we've recorded a podcast where we've been like, we're ending this podcast. That was a business decision, right?
I guess. Not a multi-million-dollar business decision. You know, that, and I don't think as many people cared about us closing, finishing, retiring. Pleasure expression.
Yeah, nearly caught you.
You know, can you imagine? Hey, I'm Phil Spencer. Today's episode of the Xbox podcast is sponsored by
Squarespace.
But yeah,
Manscaped.
So you can have those fresh balls.
And you're going to need them because we're bringing games to PlayStation.
See ya. Thanks for listening.
Bye. It's the quickest podcast I've ever listened to. Wasn't even on 2 times speed. Yeah, I mean the funniest thing I've seen this morning is Zerg or whatever like tweeted like, it's crazy how I've had 3 state of plays in a matter of 2 weeks or something. Pretty funny. Anyway, yeah, so the Xbox podcast, look forward to that later in the week and find out if you'll be able to play Indiana Jones.
Don't listen to that. Just listen to Arcade Couch, the Explosion Network's gaming podcast, where we talk about all the other gaming stuff.
It's true.
It's probably the best source
You'll be able to
for
listen
opinions.
to
Yeah,
Ash drive Kieran crazy for 60 minutes.
I think we were perfectly reasonable on the last episode when we were talking about it, and definitely did not drive Kieran crazy.
I feel like Kieran must just wake up and see shit like this news and just go, oh, fuck.
Why did I side with Xbox to start with?
Yeah. God damn it. Podcast, come on, Phil. They know you. Why would you fuck me like this? It's beyond me.
It is.
That's true. All right, let's get into some news in a second. Oh, first I want to talk about my PlayStation Portal. So I've actually been playing it for a week. Obviously, last week I
You didn't return it
on the show. I haven't returned it. It's pretty good. Highly overpriced. Pretty good. That would be my review. I think it's a good device. Really solid device that most people have absolutely no need to buy. And even if you were like, I could probably use that, it's still probably very overpriced. Like $329 for this thing. You know, I just don't think like when it works, and I've used it. So it's like, well, how have you been using it for the past week, Dylan?
Mm-hmm.
So a couple times I've even just been like playing. Well, I can say now because I haven't fucking finished the game. It vanishes, right? Fucking way longer than I thought. Anyway, look for a review.
I get that games that you thought were going to be shorter than they actually were.
Yeah, that's the
2024.
Fucking anyway. So look for my review, which didn't go up at embargo because it's still going. I don't like not that I'm like it's about. I'm enjoying the game. I'll tell you that I'm enjoying playing Banishes, but I for some reason expected it to be like a 8 to 10 hour game, and it's turning into like a 20 odd hour game, 30 odd hour game.
Really, based on the genre of game, you thought it was going to be shorter? You just based it on Don't Nod. You're like,
yeah, I think I just based it on.
How long was Life is Strange?
Like 8 hours, like a couple hours each chapter.
Yes.
You know, so they put out just Descent or whatever, right? 4 hours. People said. So I did. You know, I wasn't coming. Anyway, so I'd be playing that on my TV, and I'd like sort of getting tired, but like I sort of want to keep playing, but also just wish I could like be in bed. And you can literally just turn it on. It does like the Wii U thing, but without being a shitty Fisher Price piece of shit, right? So you can literally just sort of turn on the PlayStation Portal and then just be like, screen of TV off. I'm taking this with me now. You know what I mean? So you just take it to bed. So that was cool. So I've done that. I played it like sitting out, chilling in the lounge, waiting for dinner to cook, or just 30 minutes. stuff like that, and you can quickly just put it down, whatever. I've taken it to work, hooked it up via my phones, just set that up as a what do you call it, hotspot. That worked fine. Took a little bit longer to connect to it, so but still works fine. So, but I mean, the thing is this: it is there's no tech, or there's no UI really. It's just a second screen device. Like, you know, the few options on the device when you can bring up the minimal UI that there is, it's literally to disconnect from your PlayStation or like connect to another PlayStation. The thing barely has any settings. It's just connecting to your PlayStation. So, A, if you're not mostly a PlayStation gamer, it's pointless. B, if you're like, I never really want to play games at bed because when I go to bed, I want to go to sleep. You know, good for you. All right, don't judge me. But if that works for you, could be helpful. And you're like, well, I don't really would play stuff on my break, or I would never be somewhere where I could mobile hotspot off it. So if you're someone who's like, I only ever want to play video games in front of my TV, it's pointless, right? But I think for a core amount of people, it's a really good idea. Like that was never the problem. The idea part, it's always just been the price. I think it's a thing. It's also one of those things where I just sort of have to go, well, I'm sure there's a lot of really good tech in here because its latency and everything is quite good and doesn't require the best internet ever. Like they recommend like 10 down, 15 down, something around that, which isn't a lot. So there's some really good tech in here. And then the screen, which is only an LCD screen, it looks like it's OLED. Like it's so bright and vivid, highly reflective because of how bright it is and everything. But it's a really, really good looking screen. Just that somehow isn't OLED. So that again is really cool. And obviously you've got the full DualSense capabilities within the controller. It lights up. You got all the triggers, everything. Like it's got a lot of really cool tech, but I'm just like, I don't know. Like it's half the price of the console itself, you know, over half the price of the console. So I don't know. Have you had any more thoughts? I guess as you've seen more people in the wild like tweeting about it. Like, do you think it's like a bit more successful than you thought it would have been? Because I've seen a fair few people enjoying it, at least. Because I initially were like, "There's no way this will be successful in Australia."
Yeah,
and I still don't think I'd call it ever successful in Australia. But now having used it, I'm like, well, the tech in here is actually like it works in Australia. So
I feel like the most people that I've seen pick it up are PlayStation fanboys who will just buy anything PlayStation. So, you know,
hey,
like yourself, you know, so I don't know if that's the best judge of like sales overall. I guess we have to wait and see until like some actual hard numbers come out. But yeah, I mean, you're paying for the convenience of having a screen inside your DualSense, you know, that you can have anywhere, you know, so
yeah.
Is it overpriced? Probably. Would it have sold better if it had been lower? Probably.
Yeah. You know? But it's one of those things where...
Is it a better option than, you know, Bluetoothing your controller to your phone and having some sort of mount for your DualSense so you can play it that way? I don't know.
That's the thing. It's technically better. Do I think it's a better option? No. Simply because of the ease of that, and like you've already got a phone, you just buy like a backbone for $99 or whatever. It won't be as good visually, or doesn't have the DualSense or whatever. But if you just want the ability to play some stuff every now and then, cheaper, easier.
It is, but using your phone battery, you know.
True. Yeah. Big downside. So spend a couple hundred instead.
It's not officially PlayStation branded, you know.
I've also seen a lot of confusion, at least based on my week working in retail where this thing is sold. People think they can just buy this thing and play.
Oh, they think it's a PSP?
Yeah.
Or Vita?
Yeah. And I know obviously I'm basing this entirely on one location.
No, that totally makes sense.
Yeah.
And I've seen people going onto like eBay and stuff and like, I need to resell this because I thought it was going to do the thing and it doesn't do the thing.
Yeah. So you've got a combination of things of there.
I didn't realize I couldn't play my PlayStation at the same time as someone was using the portal. Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's just a lot of confusion by, I guess, the normal consumer around how and what you can do with this thing.
Yeah, they did. I don't think it had been marketed clearly enough for dumb people. Or people who aren't paying attention to, what this
people
device
who
was.
aren't listening to PlayStation podcasts and like keeping up to date with the news and
you aren't informed. Yeah,
just your regular Joe Schmoes. They definitely, based on what I've seen, a lot of confusion. I can just play this, download games on it, right? No, that's not how it works. I can just play my PlayStation while someone else plays it. No, that's not how it works. Well, how can I? What's the point of it? Like, to some people, that's a very good question, my dude. Like,
it's for you to play whilst someone watches Netflix on the TV using a device other than your PlayStation.
Yeah, I was like, not watching Netflix on the PlayStation. And also, just to also clarify, can you use this to watch Netflix on your PlayStation via the device? No, it doesn't let you. Any media. Any media things stuff. You can't.
What about the Sony?
I actually didn't try that one. Maybe I'll do that next time, see if that works. But so the couple I clicked on, it was like, no, there you go. I don't know why, because I'm like, what's it really matter? Like, if you got to pay for it, I don't know.
Yeah.
How could you, like, I don't know, is there's some fear of, like, being able to copy, steal stuff there? But I'm like, it's just, I don't know, whatever. All right, let's go through some news stories for the week. Let's start with the state of play that happened. Did you watch it?
No.
Never did I. So let's talk about why we didn't watch it. Are you on the boat with me where you're just like, yeah, I'm good?
Yeah, I don't need to be sold on what this game is going to be, and I'm happy to be surprised. Also, just timing.
Yeah.
I did want to go watch it. I just didn't get around to doing it.
Yeah, I'm just not going to watch it. Are you going to play a demo?
No. That's the thing I'm definitely not going to do. Who's got time to play demos?
I mean, I've
for games that we know we're going to play.
Yeah, it seems like
when it seems like it's not new, it's not exclusive content. It seems like, from what I've read, it's going to be stuff in the game, right?
Yeah.
And yet it doesn't carry over.
No.
So then what's the point?
No.
If it had been like the Final Fantasy 16 demo, where it's like the first section of the game, and then you can just pick up from there, maybe I'd play it because get that little taste 2 weeks early. But it's so soon, and I'm already sold on buying it. Did I really need to play it?
No.
Unless we wanted to do an in-depth discussion here, which we're clearly not doing. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also just a time thing. Like, imagine it was like fuck all happening at the moment.
If there was absolutely no games, if Banisher had been 8 hours instead of 20,
Banisher
then
8 hours, it's Steam Next Fest wasn't on. You know what I mean? Like, if all these things, like if I had fuck all going on, I was like, fuck it, I'll play the demo. Give me something to do. Give me something to talk about. But at the moment, and that's the part I want to reiterate again. Even though I said on Arcade Couch, that's the part I'm like, if you were sold on this game, you could have just go try some new. I just don't understand. Like, if you were sold on this game and you've wasted a couple hours playing it, like, more power to you. But like, I was just like, you're sold. You're gonna buy it anyway. Just go try some of these fucking Steam Nexus demos while they're up. I don't like. Go find something else to be excited about for after this. But anyway, so we're not really talking about that. So yeah, good. Anyway, apparently people like it. Looks good. Look forward to playing it. We look forward to
Yellow paint.
Yellow paint. That's right. Girls Arcade Couch did talk about that there. Yellow paint. Hot topic. Yellow paint. I saw this morning. Old mate Vooks posted a screenshot muting the word yellow paint. So yeah, that's where we're at with that discussion.
Yep.
Helldivers released last week.
Yeah.
Played that?
Have you?
No, have you?
No. I thought you need people to play it with. So it's...
No, you can play it with randos. Just drop in. Yeah, I'm playing it this week.
Okay.
I was waiting a few days because I was like, I got shit going on anyway. And then I was nearly going to play it straight away. I was going to play it the initial day. And then people were like, oh, the server's dodgy. I'm like, oh, no. Like, if I've got other shit to be playing, I don't want to like waste my time dealing with fucked up shit. Like, I can wait and just play it when hopefully and from all accounts I've read, they're still like sort of at times like a bit
iffy,
rocky, but a lot better than that like launch window. And I think the problem with the servers was they definitely didn't anticipate
the success.
How popular the game was going to be. Yeah. So push square right, Helldivers 2 is blowing through estimates around 1 million sales in less than a week. Across this opening weekend, it's clear that Helldivers 2 has been a big success. There are some launch period fires to put out, and developer Arrowhead is working on it, having already released patches for across PS5 and PC. However, despite the early issues, the co-op shooter has made a splash, quickly becoming Sony's biggest Steam launch to date. If you're wondering how sales are going, we don't have a precise figure, but Arrowhead CEO has provided some insight on social media. Johan Piles, who also serves as creative director on Helldivers 2, responded to a discussion about the game's performance in Steam charts, saying that the game so far has sold around 1 million copies over the last few days. When asked if Sony will make a statement in the game sales, he said it's hard to say, but the game is blowing through estimates. How do you feel about the reaction to the game and everything? Like seeing some people jump onto it, the surprising fact that if you launch a game on PlayStation and PC at the same time, it probably will sell well, especially if it's got crossplay.
I mean, yeah, I mean, it is promising for PlayStation, especially when they've kind of backed their entire future on live service games, and this kind of is like a live service game, I guess. Like elements like online multiplayer, probably going to have ongoing support going forward. I assume that there are microtransactions, even though I hear they're like, reasonably priced and that kind of thing, and a battle pass. So, it being highly successful probably means we'll be seeing those live service games coming to PC at the same time, which is the smartest business decision they can make because, for those sort of games, you need player base. And yeah, I mean, the increase in sales increases the number of people who are going, maybe I should give the game a try. So, it's a success all around, especially for a franchise that, was kind of a niche title on, I want to say, the PS3/Vita.
Yeah.
It's that old, like 9 years since it released. A completely revamped title. So, congrats, Arrowhead. That 9 years of work paid off.
So apparently they basically a couple of days shy of 8 years of development. So they started about a year after the first game, and that's how long it's taken for them to make it. I looked up because I was interested because I'm like, they're an indie studio, right? But they're sort of like sitting on nearly what I would, in my own mind of like rules for studios, I'd be like, sort of double A. Like at the moment, they employ just over 100 people apparently.
Yeah.
So
how many people do you need to employ before you're AAA?
Couple hundred.
Okay,
maybe. Don't know. I feel like maybe it's just the wording of apparently it's just over 100. So I'm like, okay, because if it was under 100, my mind would definitely be like not even close. So, not indie, but definitely double A. I feel like indie's like 20 under.
Yeah.
Maybe around that. I don't know. What do you think? What would be the?
I think it's just the type of game that actually gets released.
Yeah, the art quality, and
the art quality.
If it looks indie or not indie. Yeah, that's the clarification.
That's the clarification.
Yeah. So 3 people work on a game, but it looks AAA. It's AAA. I think. I feel like that's a very good way to clarify things.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, looking forward to playing that.
I love this podcast. We haven't played anything, but all these Xbox games, they're on the PlayStation.
No.
For us not to play.
Hold on. We didn't play Final Fantasy, but also we're just keeping it real. We're we're excited. What a waste of time. That's not necessary. We're not out here pretending to be like, man, we're
not chasing trends.
Chasing trends. That's right. Not out here chasing trends. And Helldivers 2, I just said I don't want to play the fucking game. It was apparently buggy. It was apparently fucked in the first couple days. Fuck me. Yep. Have you brought it yet?
No.
Yeah, that's right. Do you want to play on PlayStation or PC?
PlayStation.
Yeah. Well, if you want to play on PC, I can help you out with it. If you don't want to spend money, it's up to you. It's crossplay, right?
Yeah.
Surely. Have we clarified this?
Yes, it's crossplay.
Okay, I'm gonna Google it. Okay, so anyway, think about that. Kojima, your mother won't be able to tell the difference between Fisnet and a movie. I just want to read this quote. I love reading out fucking weird Kojima quotes. Fisnet, the new Metal Gear Solid style action espionage game for Kojima, is being branded as a game and a movie all at the same time. At this point, it's unclear whether the auteur is making the two connected pieces of media or one product which merges the two mediums. But we know both Sony Interactive Entertainment and Columbia Pictures are involved. In an interview, blah 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 blah. Fuck, where'd I go? Fucking my thing's frozen. In an interview on Hideo Tube, which he just put the first episode up for like ages. The veteran developer has divulged a few details around the product. It will be both a game and a movie at the same time. He confusedly declared, continuing quote, "That's why we were at Sony Pictures. Of course it will be a game. However, if your mother walks in and sees you playing this game, she'll think you're watching a movie. I'm not sure how far we can take it yet." I don't feel like now I've seen people running with this going, man, I can't wait. That's crazy. But I'll say Metal Gear Solid 4, Final Fantasy games, anything with really long fucking cutscenes, I guarantee you could be playing that, and at the right moment, if someone walks in who's not into video games, your controller down watching 15-minute cutscene in Metal Gear Solid 4 PS3 game, they probably thought it was a movie. I don't feel like this.
I'm pretty sure all parents think that all video games are movies. That's why they keep saying, come to dinner while you're in the middle of a game that you can't pause.
Yeah, that's true.
Can't save,
Gotta beat the boss, Mum. What are you?
Just hit pause.
Just hit pause. I can't. It's that skippable cutscene. You'll miss it. You don't understand. You don't understand.
Just rewind it then.
Have you actually had that said to you? Just rewind it?
No.
Okay. I was like, I've never.
But I can imagine some mother somewhere has said, just rewind it.
Did you say that the Hideo thing's coming out this month or next month? When was it?
Oh, the movie?
Yeah, I forgot.
The documentary is coming to Disney Plus.
Disney Plus. I think it's like this month.
I think it's the end of the month.
In a month, yeah. Watching that, right?
Yeah.
Connecting worlds.
Who knows what it's going to be? Well, I know people know what it's going to be because it's screened already at film festivals.
Yeah.
But
people said it was pretty good, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. All right, and then finally for this week, a little bit of end on some sad news or sad past news. Press start writes, one of the greatest tragedies of the last few years is the fact that Dreams, astonishingly powerful game art theme creation suite from Little Big Planet creators Media Molecule, is forever destined to be stuck on the PlayStation 4. Although the game is naturally playable on PS5 via backwards compatibility, a native port to the newer console never happened, and a hugely requested PC version is also destined to never materialize after the studio moved from Dreams entirely onto a mysterious new project last year. According to insider / data miner and fellow Aussie Lance McDonald, although we were actually closer to seeing both of those dreams realized than we initially thought, despite dropping the news during the live stream, McDonald claims that an enhanced port of Dreams was not just in the works at Media Molecule, but was nearly complete before the studio was affected by layoffs. A source told McDonald that the game on PS5 and PC would have featured ray tracing features and keyboard and mouse support, two things that would have been absolutely elevated the Dreams community's already incredible creations to the next level. I think this is disappointing if it was like that close.
It was close, yeah.
Because I feel like if it got in PC, yeah, I think like
it would have. I think if it had gotten on the PC, it would have had a massive boom.
Yeah. I think so as well.
And we would have seen a bunch of rubbish, but we also would have seen some really cool stuff.
Yeah. Because I just feel like the PC community would embrace that game a lot more than the console players did. And as a medium for most of the stuff in the game,
I think if it had have gotten to PC, it would have been more used as a tool for like, classrooms and that kind of stuff, which would have been really successful for the game, I would imagine. Because, the investment in buying a copy of the game is much cheaper than having to buy a PlayStation and then buy a copy of the game to play it for school and that kind of stuff, or like university projects and that kind of thing.
Mm.
You could have had a much wider fan base, And really, the biggest problem with Dreams was always, where was the monetization? So them not doing another round of selling the game on another platform, that may have, saved a bunch of jobs, or, kept the game alive for a little bit longer. Not that it's dead or anything, but,
I mean, it's dead.
I'm sure there's people still making Dream stuff.
Oh, I'm sure there's people still making stuff, but like as far as the game is far as development
for now,
support. Dead.
Turns out Bluepoint is working on a Dreams room. Remastering Dreams.
How do you remaster Dreams? Like, what's that even mean?
Just make everything 60 frames per second, right? That's it. That's what all them want. The ray tracing and the 60 frames per second remastered, done.
I feel like you say these things and don't even know what you still don't know what the fuck like.
Nobody does. That's the thing.
Fucking hell.
You just chuck these buzzwords on anything, Yeah. So 60 frames per second, ray tracing, and then DualSense
haptic feedback
features, haptic feedback, done, remastered.
Done, remastered.
Yeah. If you want, you can put a director's commentary over the top of all the exclusive games, And a bunch of people will spend $60. Oh, and you need to add a roguelike mode.
There probably already is a roguelike mode.
Already there.
It's so funny actually, because I remember like you'll find like some people's games that they did in like the first couple of years of Dreams, and then you click on the user profile and like a year later they've done like a remaster of their own game when they've like figured out how to make better assets and stuff like that. Yeah. That's funny. All right. That'll do it for this week's episode of Platinum Explosion. Let us know any thoughts, comments, questions, concerns you've had about stuff that was talked about. Head on over to our Discord, explosionhour.com/Discord. Our Twitter page can be found by heading to explosionhour.com/Twitter. If you want to support Explosion Network and Platinum Explosion, you can do that by donating to our Ko-fi page, explosionhour.com/support. We'll take you to that link. And until next week, remember, every trophy counts.